It ain't a mystery for nobody watching this video that Kanye West is one of the best artists that have ever existed. Yeah, I know, I gotta hop off Kanye's meat, but I can't deny his talent. Throughout the years, Kanye has released many albums that have made history because of their quality, and have also become extremely iconic. I'd say that every Kanye album is the perfect example of this, except for Cruel Summers and Jesus is King, but even two albums have bangers, so Kanye's discography is almost untouchable. Throughout the years, there have existed projects made by him that have never seen the light of day, and that if they were ever to come out, they will be highly appraised for their high quality. In this video, we're going to talk about the best songs that have never been officially released by Kanye West, as some that aren't that good, but it's still worth talking about them. So without further ado, let's begin. Before the college dropout, Kanye released a mixtape in 2001 that contained plenty of songs. Even though most of them aren't very interesting, there's one exception. Wow. Well, was an interesting case, because the song mentioned on Last Call, which, according to Kanye's very own words, he'd release, or maybe he never will. It's the fifth song of his 2001 mixtape. Kanye showed this to plenty of people that actually appraised the song because it was pretty good, which was basically the dream come true to Kanye because everyone considered him just a producer and that he will never actually become a rapper. Graduation is an extremely iconic Kanye album. Y'all may have heard of it because of the memes that were made when he made some seriously questionable statements about the Jewish community. Graduation became one of hip-hop's most iconic albums and became one of Kanye's most successful projects, which had a more pop-focused theme compared to his last two albums, College Dropout and Late Registration. Bittersweet Poetry, a beautiful song that sadly only came out for the Japanese version of Graduation, where we can hear the old Kanye for the last time, the one that made the people in his songs sound like they were straight from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Even though it did come out for Graduation's Japanese version, the song was produced during the creation of Late Registration. It is actually one of the first songs Kanye ever produced for the album. Kudos job. Kanye always planned for the college trilogy to be actually a tetralogy, which means that it will have consisted of 4 albums instead of 3. But due to Miss Donda's death and him breaking up with his girlfriend, Alexis Pfeiffer, he abandoned the idea to create what we know as 808s and Heartbreak. Mama's Boyfriend, another song that Kanye made about his mom, where he talks about how his mom's boyfriends only wanted to sleep with her. Kanye never liked his mom's boyfriend when he was little, and when he grew up, he realized that he had become what he hated so much. See Me Again, a very known song, especially because of TikTok. People used to think that it's a suicide letter made by Kanye, and that's why it's called Never See Me Again. The first version has a simple production, while the other two that were recently leaked have a much better production with a much more Kanye-like sound. Even though the song is mostly mumbling, the hook talks about how we shouldn't worry about Kanye but worry about ourselves, because it will be a long time before we ever see him again. There have been many theories as to why the song was created. One of the most popular ones was that he wrote the song because of his mother's death and his failed relationship. That's why the suicide letter theory was created. Another theory is that he made the song say goodbye to the industry after the Taylor Swift incident in the BMAs, where Kanye interrupted Taylor when she was gonna give her a speech for winning the BMA award. The suicide letter theory was completely destroyed when 2 other versions of the song were leaked that had a more upbeat sound. They even had features like John Legend, Bon Iver, and Tony Williams. Oh, and also, the song's name is wrongly thought of as Never See Me Again, but in reality it's See Me Again, which makes it more obvious that the song isn't a suicide letter. Jesus 2. After the success of Jesus, Kanye, being Kanye, announced a sequel to the album that never came out. This sequel had plenty of very interesting songs. Fall Out of Heaven. Originally from Thank God for Drugs, which is the original name from Jesus, it has lyrics that will later be seen in Famous and a sample that can be heard in Fuck My Life. I Feel Like That, one of Kanye's saddest leaks. The lyrics being Kanye asking stuff like, have you ever felt nervous, dizzy, or have you ever had the idea that someone controls your thoughts? Or other things like, do you have social anxiety, suicidal thoughts, or do you also not trust anyone? To which he answers, I feel like that, and I feel like that too. I Feel Like That also has a music video, and it will be in the description down below. Love Everyone. After getting released from the UCLA hospital and after being diagnosed with bipolar disorder, Kanye bought a ranch in Wyoming in which he would produce the album we know as Yeah. But before yet, there was Love Everyone, an album that had a message of forgiving and obviously loving everyone, and that had as a cover Miss Donna's surgeon that was performing her surgery when she died. Recently, it came out that the album was named after the guy with the funny mustache that I can mention, but just look it up. Skeletons. Kanye's verse is about peace, ego, greediness, and copycats. Skeletons is also known because it has features like Travis Scott, The Weeknd, and Pharrell Williams. 4 lines from Skeletons can be heard in Cutting Montage from Kids to Ghosts. Jandy, possibly Kanye's most popular unreleased album. After hearing Hurricanes Beat during the Good Ass Job 2018 sessions with Chance the Rapper, Kanye had the idea of creating a new album named Jandy. Kanye continuously worked on this album for 2 weeks to complete it for the estimated release date, but he didn't finish it. Kanye then traveled to Uganda to keep working on the album, but it never came out. Jandy has the most iconic leaks. It contains songs that if they were ever to come out, they leave a mark in the hip-hop industry due to their high quality. SpaceX or Alien. It consists of 2 parts. The first one called Godzilla. It was leaked on the 15th of July 2019 and it quickly became highly praised because of its amazing beat and overall high quality. Alien has 36 versions, which is obviously a lot. Some was even considered for Donda, but it was rejected again. It has some pretty good features like Jaden Smith, Quavo, 2 Chainz, and Kid Cudi. New Body. We know that many songs that were intended for Jandy were used for Jesus King, but with different lyrics that contain Christian messages and overall lower quality. New Body also had its Jesus King version, but it was rejected. XXX. Known as Everything We Need in Jesus King, it has features like XXXTentacion, Ty Dolla $ign, and Kid Cudi. It's another case where the original is better than the Jesus King version, but it's not as infamous as the next case. Chakras. Also known as Chakra, it's possibly the best Jandy song. It was renamed as Law for Jesus King, a song that was very different from the original. While the original had an upbeat vibe that was really good, the Jesus King version contains a more gospel theme that isn't better than the original. Sky City, my personal favorite Jandy song. It has a beautiful and emotional hook made by Kid Cudi. The song is about taking advantages of the opportunities God has given us and to fight and to face the demons that we have. After announcing that his new album will be called God's Country with a similar style to Jesus King, Kanye changed his mind and decided to name his new album Donda, which will be a tribute to his deceased mother, Donda West, who died in 2007 during a surgery. Nasdaq. Nasdaq has a very Jesus-like beat, where Kanye flexes his achievements and also gives his opinion on the stock market, hence the name Nasdaq. It's unknown as to why Kanye didn't include this song. Hey, sorry for interrupting. That's the video. This is the English version of a video already made in Spanish if you want to check it out. Everything has been rewritten by myself, but it's really the same as the other one, but in English. Thank you for watching. I hope you all can understand my amateurism as this is my first video. I like to credit Jet Tracker and Genius where I got the info for the video. If y'all would like a second part, let me know hitting the like button. God bless.